Hi, everyone. I hope that all is well and everyone is doing well. Module 7, um, the first question is what's the hardest part of the day? And for me, the hardest part of the day is the mornings. The mornings are very challenging. I open up at 7:30 in the morning, and all the children are supposed to be here by 9 o'clock. Uh, at 7:30, when I open up, sometimes you have kids that arrive right at 7:30. So I'm trying to prepare breakfast. A lot of times I try to do that between 7 and 7:30. Some days I'm able to do it at that time. Some days I'm not because I have to take my son to school on the days when my husband has to work. So I come in, open up after dropping him off. Kids are coming in. I'm trying to fix breakfast. Um, some trying to talk to parents when they bring their children in and see how their evening has gone and their night. Um, Also, the phone may be ringing because parents are calling to let me know that their child won't be coming in for the day. Um, Sometimes it depends on how the children come in, what kind of mood that they're in, if they're sleepy. So the mornings for me definitely are the most challenging time of the day. Um, Secondly, uh, in the podcast, 7 educators respond to what is the toughest part of teaching. Dr. Jenny spoke about is managing the volume of things you have to get done daily. And for me, another thing that can be challenging is just not having enough time to set out to do the things each day that I would like to accomplish. Uh, with the demands of paperwork and the children and lesson plans, sometimes I just, in my personal life as well, for my own children, sometimes I just can't find enough time to get everything accomplished. But I do my best to try to manage my time. Every morning I start off with the to-do list for the day to kind of keep me on track with things that I need to try hard to get accomplished before the end of the day. The second question is, what are the most challenging aspects of welcoming a new child? And a lot of times, if a child is not used to a daily routine, that definitely can be a challenge. And what I try to do during my process of accepting a new child is I have that child to come in for half a day prior to starting on a full-time basis. That way I can kind of see where they are, um, can gauge, we can set out a plan as to where the children, where we need to meet them at to see where they are. So that has really worked in my favor with letting kids come for a half a day when they're coming to the center, um, and that helps with the transition. Secondly, I also recommend to parents to read the 13 tips for uh, children starting preschool that's located on the NACES website, and that provides them with information that of things that they can do to help the child transition from one preschool to another, or if they have never been in preschool before, to um, to preschool. So that's something else that I definitely recommend for parents to read and get some tips on what they can do to help make the transition smooth. The last question is, who do you see a need to collaborate with more? Honestly, I see a need to collaborate more with kindergarten teachers. And the reason I say that is because I think it would aid preschool teachers with the expectations that kindergarten teachers have for the children, and that would help us as preschool teachers better prepare the kids for elementary school and for kindergarten. I pulled an article from NACES, and the article was entitled "4 Things Kindergarten Teachers Want You to Know." And it says, the first line says, kindergarten teachers are passionate about partnering with families of their students. When families and teachers work together, kids win. And I think that I honestly would like to see preschool and, again, kindergarten teachers collaborate more, as well as with the parents, so they understand what the children, the expectations are for the children for kindergarten. I think that would help make the transition easier for kindergarten teachers. And I definitely have appreciated having someone in my group who is a kindergarten teacher. So I definitely would like to collaborate. I think early childhood professionals would appreciate collaborating more with kindergarten teachers. And lastly, I would like to collaborate more with school board officials. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times on the local school boards, you have people who have served their tenure in public schools as principals or in administration. And I don't a lot of times see early childhood professionals or people who have a background in early childhood education on school boards. And I think that it would be good if we could really start having someone represented and participate on the local school boards who has a history in early childhood education, so it could provide the local school board with more information about early childhood education as well as the community. I think that would help the community become more exposed in understanding the expectations and guidelines as far as requirements, teacher requirements, and what have you, as it relates to early childhood education. Thank you all so much. I hope that you all have a great week, and I look forward to listening to your input regarding the questions that we've been asked. Thank you.